Hey guys, Jay here, calling in from New York City. Now I am with a good friend, but also someone that inspires me, especially in this world. Now this is Nadia Manzoor, who's inspirational for many reasons. As well as being recognized by the Sunday Times, by Forbes, by a lot of other publications for being so amazing. Nadia is a Cambridge grad. She was made partner of her firm at 29. And most interestingly, in 2016 was made the youngest woman on a publicly traded board on the London Stock Exchange when she joined the board of JP Morgan American Investment Trust Company. Now, we're going to do two questions here. We're going to ask about sustainability on both a personal and a professional basis. Now, my first question to you, Nadia, is what does sustainability mean to you personally?
So Ronnie, people think it has to be the big things, and for me personally it's all about the little things.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about the core of economics, we have infinite wants, but only very limited resources, and so a lot of sustainability is focused on the resources, but I think let's come at it from a different angle and let's think about the wants. And you know, I have a great example of this. I just moved apartment, and for the last year I've basically been living out of a suitcase, one suitcase, on a blow-up mattress.
I know it well. Yeah.
I'm not joking, I wish I was joking. But the most wonderful thing is, you know, lorry loads of stuff went up to Yorkshire, you know, my parents' house for storage while I'm doing up my apartment, and in a whole year I don't miss a single thing. And more than I don't miss it, I can't even tell you what I own anymore.
Yep.
You know, less is so much more. We need so little. We think we need all of this stuff, but we just don't. And you know, in the Marie Kondo stuff, if you are trying to clear out your wardrobe, only keep things if they spark joy. And I kind of think, I love that, but I think let's 10x it. Let's not just keep things that spark joy. Let's only buy things if they spark joy. It doesn't have to be a dress, it could be a fork. I only want this fork if it sparks joy, you know? Only hang out with people if they spark joy. I totally believe that. And if we can all just reduce what we use, it will be hugely impactful.
Yeah, so it's just the idea that less is better and quality is better.
Yeah.
Like curating and being careful about the things that we do on a daily basis, but also what it is that we use and how we use it.
Exactly.
So the next question, now, what does sustainability mean in the corporate work that you do?
Yeah, that's interesting because, you know, I work in finance, which is obviously not thought of as a very sustainable area, but actually with ESG, so much more is being done to think about the power that money has, and actually to invest in a responsible way. And you know, you should never underestimate the power that your money has to make change. Now, the problem I have with ESG is it can be quite a marketing gimmick, and I see it in a lot of funds where, you know, they're using ESG data providers, which are fine, but they don't really know what the data underneath that is from. They don't understand what it means, because ESG is very broad. You know, company X, maybe they do recycle their plastic, but maybe they treat their employees appallingly. And so ESG is so broad, and I feel like we need to spend a lot more time thinking about it. You know, it's that thought that will enable sustainability to flourish, and that's what I love about what you guys do at Ethnic. Actually, I think it's amazing what we can do.
So this idea that for ESG to thrive, the investors need to really define their priorities, and then lean into understanding exactly what that means. And then on a more daily basis, what is it in your corporate life that has essentially been able to allow you to reflect your sustainable priorities?
Gosh, you know, we all have a voice, and I think it doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing, what your company is, like, use your voice. And that can mean in sustainability, it can mean in any way actually, but focusing on sustainability. Now, I was actually here in New York a couple of months ago at a meeting at one of the big banks, and at one point in the room there were 23 pieces of single-use, totally non-essential plastic on the table, and there were only 6 of us in the room. I mean, it blew my mind. It actually broke my heart a little bit. So I wrote to the CEO of that business, and the reason I wrote to the CEO is because, fine, I could use a glass, but actually these banks hold enormous power, and if they can create change, that's going to have a ripple effect. So I wrote to him, and he sent a great letter back. And a couple of days later, the head of US equities of that business got in touch. She's a phenomenal woman, and she said, Nadia, your email has gone viral at our company. And I spoke to her a couple of weeks ago, and she said, we've moved to a new office, and by the way, we've banned all of the plastic bottles. And you know, how cool is that? For me, that is the coolest thing that has happened to me, like, probably in my life almost, you know? It's from the smallest things you can create the biggest change. And that's what I would say to people, is start small and use your voice.
And this is something that we actually see pretty frequently, where one person does put their hand up and just bring awareness to an issue that is systemic within big business. And the reality is big businesses want to be more sustainable.
Yeah.
They want to actually change their businesses to address these issues, and when you highlight it to them, they want to listen. So thank you so much for the talk today, and we're looking forward to more conversations in the future.
Yeah, sure, great, thank you.